What's going on, everyone? So let's take a look at Luokung Technologies, aka LKCO stock. And there's some major news that I just recently got announced, and there's also some other things that I want to share with you that might be very exciting, especially if you're looking at LKCO. And let's just take a look at the charts really quick. Let's just see the price points, just because if this goes crazy, then obviously we can see the past. But look at this, right? So let's just measure the gains right now. So I'll start off pretty much last week, and let's just start here around March. Let's see, about 12th, ending of 12, give or take, 15th beginning, and let's just put it around the $1 mark. And then at the highs, at these current moments, maybe see that's like a 60+% gain, and at the current price point, that's 40+% gain. So that's an insanely high percent for such a short time period, especially because this stock is so low price, and any fluctuation in 10, 20 cents is a humongous percentage versus like a Tesla or Google, where they'd have to move hundreds, or even like Google has moved thousands of dollars to get a similar percent gain. Now, just know before I get into this, remember this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Make sure you do research before making any investments. But for the past few weeks, we start off, Luokung got up to the high, almost $4, dropped significantly down. We got lows over here, 60 cents. And closer to that area, 68 give or take, and now we're back up. Now, the major news I want to share with you first is this article right here. So this is like the major news right here. So basically, they announced that they're closing on 100% equity interest of EMAP-Go Technologies, right? So this article does a really good job at summarizing what Luokung does, because if you go to their website and check it out, there's a lot of technical terms, and if you're just explaining it to like a second grader, they just wouldn't understand it, right? But here basically they states that Luokung is a leading interactive location-based services and big data processing technology company in China, and they announced that the closing of the acquisition for EMAP-Go Technologies, right? And that is a leading provider of navigation and electronic map services in China. Now we can see here they have gross proceeds 120 mil, closing the acquisition of the equity. And basically, you say here, EMG is one of China's leading high-precision map providers, and they focus on navigation and electronic map production, internet map services. Basically, they have a lot of data regarding maps and navigations, right? So they have a lot of customers here. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with a lot of these details, but pretty much this is a big forward push for LKCO. Now, if you're in China, this looks amazing, right? This doesn't really tailor towards, if you're an American investor, you've been following them. And in case you're brand new, there was news about Luokung, aka LKCO, getting delisted, right? Now, they did extend that, so I can show you really quick. So here's just the article, a quick history in case you just brand new, have no idea what LKCO is. But basically, they're supposedly on track to get delisted originally, right? And then they got it extended until May 8th now. So at least today. Now if some new news update happens, then obviously that I'll just make an update video. But at least right now, we still have till May 8th technically. So if you're watching this right now, you got quite a bit of time, right? And basically that was like a big issue, especially for people that heavily trade in the US. If they delist it, most likely what's going to happen is people are going to sell off, take profits or take losses, and then the price would translate and most likely tank, right? Now, obviously, you could trade this like on over-the-counter exchanges and things of that nature, but either way, if they get delisted, a lot of people are going to exit, and guess what? The price is going to drop, most likely, right? Again, that's just my own opinion, but now you can check out Reddit, and again, this is, I'd say, a lot of this stuff is speculation, but there are some updates on terms of people saying that it's potentially not going to. But like here, before I get into it, let me just show you some cool stuff here, because I don't even have to click on it, but basically, like here, this was last night. I saw this Webull Open Trading, because I was talking about it beforehand, right? That LKCO was only on a few specific exchanges, and it wasn't on Webull when I was making my earlier videos. And I'm like, why would they have it but not trade it, right? But it looks like now it's open there, so that's already a huge customer influx of people that are able to get into the company. And then also you can see here they stayed the additional ones. So not on every single one of these exchanges, but there's like somebody made this post, and it looks kind of like like a kid made this, but basically you can see it's tradable on Robinhood, Fidelity, Questrade, Interactive Broker, and Wealthsimple, and also obviously Webull too. So it seems like the access to trading this has been expanded, because a lot of people who work currently in this, they're on specific exchanges tailored only towards that. And I'd say that's some big news too. That's not really like a partnership or anything, but that's huge because the access will be able to increase the volume. So like we can actually check really quick, and I'll have it over here on Webull. Let me just drag this over really quick. And we can see here that the current volume around 10 mil, right? Now it's nothing like, GameStop or AMC volume, or even there's other stocks that were having like 300 plus mil volume. But with 10 mil, I mean, you're still seeing like what? Depending on what price point you measured at, 40, 60% gains. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? So at least for the short term. Now, a lot of people have crazy price predictions for this. But in terms of like the short term, it seems like we are just hovering. We're just consolidating sideways right now. So if you were to see it break out, there's not really too much resistance, I'd say. It's sort of just like it went up and just nothing stopped it. Right here, I mean, yeah, we could test these areas, but obviously if we can break the $2 price point around this area, then that's going to be a big major movement. And then if it were to hit like 4 plus, I mean, we're going to have to see a lot more volume than just, 10 mil, right? So again, it's a waiting game, but it's still the risk. Again, super risky. If they still get delisted, then obviously that's not going to be looking good. But there's this one article this person put in here, and basically he talks about like this person claims he's like a lawyer or whatever, and he has like this breakdown and pretty much states that it's good news for LKCO. So you can check out this. This is more additional details, and you can see here they're likely to succeed. And then basically this guy read, he ended up reading it himself, saying like the arguments laid out, they're pretty strong for LKCO. And they even state here, like, one of the top, like, execs in there, that he's an American citizen. And, like, it doesn't make sense. So he's stating here there's, like, 10 to 20 reasons why they don't qualify for the banning based on that rule. But, again, this is just comments on Reddit. You would have to go in there yourself, check out what this person's referencing, or even do your own research on the reports. And then figure that out if it's, like, legit, or you think it's, there's still that room for, potentially having issues. But this is just quick things I want to make on LKCO. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then also you can see this title right here. Like, they're eyeing a lawsuit after Zomi won against the ban too. So, I mean, let's just click on this article. Let's check this out. And this was posted on March 16th. And we can even see here, let's see, been opposed by, government, Black Sexting Izomi, and then, or Xiaomi, I don't even know the exact perfect pronunciations, but it seems like they actually succeeded. So it seems like that's something they're potentially testing too. So again, I'll deep dive into this stuff more in a future video, but the major thing I wanted to show you was pretty much that it's tradable on these other exchanges, and then also this announcement of the EMAP GoTech. So definitely let me know your thoughts of LKCO down below and your price predictions. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like this video to see more updates. And if you made it this far in the video and you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then go ahead and click the first link in the description below. Sign up for an account, and as long as you deposit $100 minimum or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And aside from that, again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.